boy, I wanted to get it. Like embedded, you get it, treat it like the law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Last laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself. Count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest.
Today, it's madness.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Burrow will throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. The numbers for Mixon last week, 12 carries, 87 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive with McFarland. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The numbers for him from a week ago: 9 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game, because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive line so they can read the blocks properly and they can execute. I expect them to get a minimum of 15 carries in this game, and the optimum number would be 20 plus.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Ravens 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And this would be quite a start for them if they could win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do them any favors. They gave them 2 road games right out of the gate. But the thinking on the team has to be, imagine if we win these 2 games. What a setup for the rest of the season for us.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now Jackson will look to throw it. On the move to his left. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. Straight ahead running. Here's McFarland. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
40 yards on the ground for him so far. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. McFarland once more. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. McFarland will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Here we go.
Mixing up the middle. Shoves him away. And some room to work. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 34 yards there and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll give it to Mixon. And he bulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson throwing middle, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Now it's Jackson. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Jackson on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
On first down, McFarland.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
McFarland again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll run with McFarland.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Here's Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon. Down the left sideline.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. A toss left, Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all to score as the kick's away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Play action. It's Jackson. Steps away. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Second and 8 coming up.
Here's Jackson. Flushed out right.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Jackson from the shotgun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. A give up the middle to McFarland. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And that's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler. On the handoff, it's McFarland. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he's still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Out to his left. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. On the give, this is McFarland. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 2nd down, McFarland.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll run with Dobbins. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And, Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Here's McFarland, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, first-round pick back in 2012. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Samson Abukum. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. From the 36, Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
And I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson now. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle. Is going to be made at the Bengals 36. They'll run here with McFarland. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Again, McFarland.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
From the gun, this will be McFarland.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Ravens are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 2 touchdowns. Just under 2 minutes to go. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. To throw, Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Again, that's Hurst. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down. Now Burrow. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review. So they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Able to avoid him at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 138 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Now a run with McFarland. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Tossing this out wide to McFarland. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. McFarland once more. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now Jackson. Rolling to his left. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
straight ahead running. Here's McFarland. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field. And they got the job done clearing the way.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive